So, hi, welcome. Could you introduce yourself?
My name is Krystal, but I go by Cass. I'm non-binary and I go by she, they. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, excellent. Good to see you at Feathers, yay!
Yay.
So how does the LGBT community relate to you?
So it relates to me in many ways. Just first off, being in the community in itself, it's kind of a weird, isolated, but also connected thing. We're all connected because we went through this experience ourselves, and it's something that we can relate to heavily. Again, I feel a lot of people that tend to be in the LGBTQ plus spectrum also tend to be on the neurodivergent spectrum. Under this spectrum, people tend to need a little more support. And this is why I feel like even if you don't fall under the neurodivergent spectrum, but you are LGBTQ and under the neurodivergent spectrum, I feel like you need the most support right now because you are dealing with two things that are equally as difficult and a lot of people don't understand. So therefore, you need a community of people that you can relate to, that you can maybe find someone to understand you, or a group of people maybe. And even having mental health, what is it called? Services, or just having that access, and having more people, it's a network, and you'll be able to find it much easier just through people alone.
Awesome, thank you. And what would be your specific needs if there was a center here? Like, what would something that you would need?
Well, definitely therapy. I feel like everyone, even if you're normal, whatever that is, even if you're that, everybody needs therapy because everybody can benefit from a little self-reflection and growth. And particularly just having somebody to vent to when you don't have anybody to talk to.
So can I ask you, so why can't you just go to any old therapist? Let me ask you that.
I feel like because I'm personally on the neurodivergent spectrum, so meaning that I have, mental health issues that make me different. It has its pros and cons, but of course, the cons are what keep me from, I don't know. It's hard to describe to somebody, but essentially, I would need to see a therapist that specializes in, autism, ADHD, things like that, because life can be difficult navigating, and particularly for me. And I'm sure that even people that don't have the clarity that, in any situation, it doesn't matter what situation, if you're not out yet, if you're dealing with parents that aren't supportive, if you are dealing with meltdowns, if you're dealing with forgetting where you put your keys and breaking down about it, you should have an area and a resource to be able to kind of get away from that and be able to plan further, you know what I mean? Be able to cope better, learn, grow.
Awesome.
Those things.
Thank you. All right, so do you feel comfortable with everything that we talked about?
I'm not sure, but you know what? I think it's a truth that people need to hear,
Okay, great, thank you. And this is being recorded.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this on a web page. Do you give consent?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, great, thank you. Do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Bye.